Join me as I begin creating Santaland for Christmas 2024. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Joe here, and my continuation of our Christmas 2024 series. Today's going to be more vlog-like than final decorating-like, only because, well, I'll explain why. If you've been following along so far, I've done 4 trees ranging from around, I want to say 3.5 feet to 5 feet, something like that. They're all in the bedrooms upstairs, so, and I'm just going to put pictures of them right around me right now so you can see the 4 that I've done. Now it's time that I'm going to be coming down into the downstairs area. Now this is a little bit tricky down here because it's still, pre-Halloween, and Marianne told me don't mind about it, but I don't want people to open the door and think that we're crazy and stuff like that. So what's in view will still be fall, like you can see behind me. But as time goes on, over these next couple of weeks before Halloween, I have to really get a lot of the trees up. So today what I'm doing is I'm actually starting in the foyer. And the foyer is a bear to do. It has so many different parts and so many different things in it that it actually takes me, I want to say, a month. And I'm not kidding you, it takes me a month to complete the foyer. So as I work in the foyer, I also work in other rooms. So for example, today I'm going to begin the setup for the areas up there. Let me get it right. Can you see them? They're up there, okay? And it's really difficult, and it's really a tough thing to do. Last year, my nephew was kind enough to come here and help put the trees up there for me. I don't think I'm going to bother him this year, but I think me and Marianne can handle it. She bought me a ladder a few years ago that I'm going to be using, and hold on, there's a delivery. Sorry, that was UPS, and I saw the box and I was like, wow, what did Marianne order? But it was the wrong delivery. It was for Cross Street. The addresses are cuckoo here. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm going to be starting the mechanics of what goes on above those closets. And what I mean by the mechanics is I have to set up the wires before. So up on top by that big window that you just saw, I put a set of candles, and probably that's what you're going to see me do today. And I'm going to set the wiring up for both sides on both closets because I have to transfer wires from one side to the other. Anyway, it's a to-do that has to be done. Oh, I was talking about the ladder. So Marianne bought me this really beautiful ladder that extends, really high. But one day, of course, I was here without her and I was using it for the first time and I didn't lock it in. And it fell on both my feet. Thank God that my feet were not broken, because that would have been the end of Christmas decorating for that year. They were sore for a while because the full weight of the ladder fell on them. So now I know that it has to be locked in, and she has to be here when I'm going to be using that, because people always laugh when I take out my aluminum ladder. It's my trusty ladder. I use it for everything. It does sound crickety, but it's actually very strong. The only problem is I have to get all the way up on the top step. The top step that has that little sign that says death may ensue if you stand on these steps. So, that's why I try to avoid those steps. But anyway, what's the foyer about? Well, the foyer is, when you come in here, this is the area that we try to make look like what you dream of Christmas when you're a kid. We try to hold on to those memories, and I try to invoke that memory when people come in. We have the big 12-foot tree in here, and we have all the candy and the Santas and all of that kind of stuff. Now, in the past, I've done so many different things in here, but I really love 2 things, and I'm going to kind of combine them in the foyer this year. Last year, we did Santa's Sweet Shop in here, and I absolutely loved it. Marianne and I built this little fireplace, and we covered it with cookies and we made like a elf that stirring chocolate and, you know, ice cream cones and all that kind of stuff. And I really, really loved it. But I also loved the year that I did Santa's mini office in here, like where he's getting ready with the list of the names for the toys and so on. And I'm going to see, it might be a challenge, but whatever. I'm going to put the two of those things together, you know, Santa's sweet shop and Santa's office in the same area. So that's why this room is crazy for me and it takes me so long to do. So, you know, we'll be coming back and forth to it and whatnot, and I'll be moving on in other rooms as well. Okay, so let me start the mechanics up there and I'll show you how I start that, and stay tuned. And don't forget, like always, please subscribe and put your notification bell on so you don't miss any of this process of Christmas 2024. A comment is always nice. It actually does help get my videos out. A thumbs up if you think it's worthy of it, and a share. Okay, everybody, stay tuned for what I'm going to be doing today. It all starts with this. I took this board right here and I have these lights, these candle lights, and what I did was I used heavy duty tape to put them in place. And then, as you can see, I brought all the wires to this multi outlet here, and then that goes over to, you know, where we plug it in. So what I'll do is I will secure this up there, right up there on that windowsill. That's where these go. So because I'm always OCD about things falling, I put these nails in, which you can see I still have the wire on it. I have to cut this off. And then I secure it to other nails up there so that it stays in place. And then I even put a piece of Velcro right here in the middle so it stays nice and tight the way I want it. All right, so just to clarify what's going on up there, on one side, on one top of the closet, we have an outlet, and we use that with a timer to turn the lights on that are in the window. And then on the other closet, on the top, we have one outlet that turns the lights on for both sides for, you know, the decorations that I put up there. So what I need to do is I bring one wire over from the lights and I plug it in on the right side over there with a timer. Then I bring another extension cord. I put the, you know, the female end on the right side, and then I bring the wire across the bottom of the window there so that I can plug it in and add to another extension cord on the other side, so there will be lights over there. Then I have to twist tie those lights together, and then I'm going to cover it up. Last year I covered it up with buffalo snow, but we really didn't like the way that was coming off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap some garland around there, and it'll hide all of those wires up there. And then since the garland, the actual decorated garland, will be underneath this, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just add some pine cones up there. Okay, so this is what I need to do next. Now, you might have the same situation, because I know a lot of people have these kind of windows. But even if you don't, you might be able to apply it to something. So anyway, so here is the window up here, right? And then the candles would be right along this. This would be the windowsill right here. So now what I'm going to do is I have a garland that I'm going to attach on the bottom of this windowsill. Now this starts to get heavy because I put a lot of stuff on this garland. So I need to make sure that it's going to stay up there, because God forbid it falls down. So what I do is I put 3 nails. I put it in the windowsill because that's easily covered over, you know, after, and I just have to paint the windowsill again. So I put a nail here, a nail here, and a nail here. Then I attach the garland here, and I attach the garland here, and I attach the garland here. Now that is not enough. So what I do is in the back of the where the candles are, remember, back there, I put 3 bricks right here. Yeah, bricks. So then what I do is I wrap the floral wire around the brick and I secure it really well, and then this one gets attached to this. This one gets attached to this, and this one gets attached to this. So now I have like a double protection here, hopefully, where the garland is attached to the nail and the garland is also attached to the brick. Okay, so you just have to make sure that the brick is heavy enough because you don't want it to come flying out. So hopefully that's going to work, and I'll do that, and it was easier for me to explain it to you this way rather than just show it to you up there. So let's hope that works. It has in the past. Let's hope it does now. I'm ready to put that garland up there. It's resting on the ladder. It is a ton already because of all the pieces of it. And there's about, I want to say 600 lights on there, red and white. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure it up to the screws and those other wires that I have up there. And there you see it. It is up there now and it is ready to begin getting decorated. And it's going to be a process, but I love doing it anyway. All right, everybody, thanks so much for stopping by today. Don't forget, come by. I'm going to continue in this area of Santa Land. Probably tomorrow or the next day, you'll see something. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well, and I will be seeing you really soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.